travelogue trying to get the two games against Benfica played without having any home advantage. Here's Mahrez, no home advantage against Manchester City in this sort of form, and that could have looped into the net. Mahrez knows that. It's only a corner.
Yeah, it's an assault down that side. It really is. Mahrez, he's got you going back that way. I think he's always going to cut on that left foot, but he switches back to that right, and the danger is the deflection. I think it's Tierney's his back leg that just deflects it wide.
Here's Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne can take aim. Ooh, well, that's a bit rusty.
Scruffy. Got his lockdown comfort zone. Chilled.
Well, life is very comfortable at the moment. Striving for the win that would take them back 10 points clear.
When we were there, Martin, at Chelsea, I always revert back to it because it was the day that he seemed to just look at his team again and like them again. He produced a brilliant passage of play. Since that moment, they've been absolutely fantastic. This first 8 minutes has been brilliant.
Arsenal keeping their nerve to play from the back. Saka, who started on the left with Pepe, who does prefer, a bit like Mahrez, to come left-footed from the right. Here's El Neni. Xhaka. Now Tierney. Just getting good crosses. Hoping to get a corner off that, but it's just a throw. Just half a dozen games. Cedric, actually, who's a right-back, has filled in very well at left-back and put in a lovely cross for the equalising goal against Benfica in Italy on Thursday. Arsenal stayed there and trained in Rome, came back on Friday, landed around their supper time. Had a session yesterday, and here they are going again today, and they've got a repeat procedure. They play in Athens, the supposedly home leg. All sorts of governmental rules that they couldn't breach without having to go into quarantine, being involved with a club from Portugal. El Neni. This is better from Arsenal. Saka, who's been a source of so much that's good. Odegaard has also kept his place, but couldn't keep the move going. It's a delightful touch from Mahrez, a drag back from De Bruyne, and then Saka not showing him too much respect there. Bernardo Silva. Sterling is through the middle. Not now, though. Change over your picture. Bernardo Silva taking on that role. Bruyne is well forward as well. Reid, one of those who has survived the changes in the back line. Xhaka was caught, and then Murray likewise. Header one by Fernandinho, who's the master, of course, this midfield holding job. Rodri's taken it on and done very well at it, but he's one of those on the bench today. Alvarez is down.
He's just on a swipe with them.
Well, they are having a few swipes, aren't they? They can't get close to Manchester City. By Saka just before. Saka. Pepe coming in field to try and make an extra man. Well, this did start out as a very open title race. Maybe one of the most open because of the circumstances. We had the 9 different clubs leading the way, but Manchester City threatening to turn it in the end simply into a procession. Gundogan. Cancelo stepping into midfield. Stones has gone out to the right back area. Now De Bruyne. There's a game here a couple of years ago that City settled before half-time. De Bruyne was the conductor of the orchestra then. Sterling sees it out, but he started it off here. Not a typical Raheem Sterling goal.
And the switch of play before that just drifts it into the back post. Maybe just because of the size of Raheem Sterling, Holding doesn't really see him as a threat. He just can't move his feet quick enough to get back to him, and Raheem Sterling gets up early.
It's the 149th goal of Raheem Sterling's career, if you count his 13 for England. Would you see him as a goal-scoring player or a raiding winger, Raheem Sterling? I mean, he's close on 150 goals and he's got plenty of time for doubling that sort of tally.
I think what Pep's made him is one of the sort of modern wide players in the three that's like a forward, goal-scoring return of a striker, yet the position of a winger. You know, gone are the days where we expect wide players just to cross the ball. Now we expect them to deliver assists and goals on a regular basis. And the rules have been changed in the last 5 or 10 years for wide players and for full-backs.
Bernardo Silva.
I certainly think he's better off coming from this left side. That is his position, there's no doubt. The right, he's not as strong, and he's central. Clinical finisher, Raheem Sterling. He just gets into good positions a lot more often since he's had Pep Guardiola working with him. When I was with him I thought you could argue that his finishing was erratic.
I think some might say it still is, but he gets so many chances, and of course it has got better. It would be stupid to say otherwise.
His positions are better that he gets into, there's no doubt. The runs that he makes and the timing.
Anyway, we should remind ourselves it's only 1-0. City easy on the eye and difficult to play against, but it's important for Arsenal not to go further behind. Gundogan nearly sneaking in then in a way that's prodigiously upped his goal tally.
Just getting into really good positions. De Bruyne, they can't pick him up. Just offside, Gundogan, as he makes the run forward.
Gundogan 11 goals in his last 12 Premier League games. So we were talking about Sterling might have developed as a goal scorer. Gundogan's come from nowhere. That's probably how he's got a number of his goals as well. It's hard to track. There you go.
You talked about City not missing Kevin De Bruyne. He's a large part of the reason why.
Seen one of Edison's specials in terms of the long pass. No one really breaking for it at the moment, so he's wandered out towards midfield and drives it to Bernardo Silva. Arsenal have just got to try and stay in this. De Bruyne had gone darting through the middle. Diaz either didn't see him or couldn't find him.
He's getting better and better, Diaz. Every time I watch him, more authority on the ball. Good defender. His passing, how much he moves out with it's fantastic.
Over 5 years since Arsenal last beat Manchester City in a league game. They've won a couple of FA Cup semi-finals in that time. And on both occasions, preludes to winning the trophy itself. tweet, of course, was in North London to Tottenham way back in November. Stands on the charge. Cancelo. Fernandinho.
Lucky. That was so lucky. I don't know who it was. Was it Tierney? Mahrez absolutely done him, and I think he just managed to stick a leg out and get it. He just ruined it, really.
City massively. Just that one chance really for Arsenal, where Aubameyang was ruled offside when Saka's shot hit him. Apart from that, we've had 25 minutes so far of Manchester City controlling the football. Still in the Arsenal half. Out onto the right hand side. Bernardo Silva back to Mahrez. Try to play it into Bernardo Silva, who continued his run, just cut out by the Arsenal defence. So far possession in this game, 68% to Man City. The ball's in the penalty area. They just managed. That is harem-scarum defending by Arsenal. They just managed to get a foot in. I think it was Rob Holding in the end that stabbed it clear. And now Arsenal coming forward down the left-hand side with Saka. He's got men in the middle. Can he find one? His cross comes in, he gets the ball back, but momentum's gone a little bit from this game. Then Saka tries a cross looking for Pepe on the right hand side, and Pepe had retreated, so the damage or the danger averted for Man City. Nice play on the break. Aubameyang was careering into the penalty area, but Saka just didn't see him. So far 4 goal attempts to 1 in favour of Manchester City, and obviously the 1 goal as well, which is really the stat that matters. Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1. Man City coming forward again. Mahrez in acres of space on the right hand side. This is dangerous for Arsenal. Into the penalty area. Tries to get it onto his left foot. It's just hit a shin of an Arsenal player there. They get it clear, and it's going to be up to Aubameyang. Does well to control that, and tries to then play it forward to Saka from El Nene. The pass goes astray. Manchester City pick the ball up again. Gundogan turns, has a look up, sees plenty of white shirts in front of him. Mahrez back into the centre circle to John Stones. Still the 1 goal separates these two sides. Raheem Sterling scoring with his head in the 2nd minute, out jumping the much taller central defenders of Arsenal. And since then it has been one-way traffic, nearly 70% possession to Manchester City, 4 shots to 1 in favour of the visitors as well. But just a few moments ago on the break, Arsenal did manage to get possession for a while, and Saka coming forward at pace just couldn't find Aubameyang's run into the penalty area. It was just a reminder that Man City aren't home and hosed in this game by any means just yet, but with 28 minutes gone, it's Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1. Ball's out of play on the far side. Arsenal will take the throw in. Mikel Arteta pacing around, looking a little bit pensive at the moment. Hasn't got the best of records against his former boss. ...28 minutes gone, and Game has lost a little bit of impetus. Manchester City did start like a train. They really put in a shift in that first 5 minutes, got rewarded with the goal. And had to be a little bit more patient since. Arsenal have the ball inside the Man City half. Haven't said that too much in this first period. Bellerin just loses control altogether, and if you got the ball, you've got to do better than that with it. Chances are going to be few and far between to try and get any pressure on that back line of Manchester City. Bellerin just lost complete sort of concentration there, just let it slip off his right foot and go out of play. Zinchenko with the throw-in. Gundogan beaten to the ball by Rob Holding, and then the ball's played out onto the left-hand side. Arsenal coming forward into the penalty area, shot from range. Edison does well to claim it at the second time. It's Kieran Tierney there with a rasping left footer. Straight at Edison though, and Man City coming back in. Cross comes into the Arsenal penalty area, headed away by Holding. Back with Manchester City. Just that occasional reminder that Arsenal aren't just going to roll over and die in this game. On the evidence of the first half an hour of this match, Pep Guardiola would be incredibly disappointed if his side don't take all 3 points from this game. They're controlling this fixture. Zinchenko on the left-hand side. Right, Raheem Sterling back to Zinchenko, back to Sterling. He's got 2 men on him. He's tight on the touchline. Ball finds its way back to Zinchenko, who passes it back into defence to John Stones. His 100th Premier League performance to date appearance. Offside there, I think, was Riyad Mahrez. Referee John Moss blows his whistle. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal deep inside their own half. Aguero wearing a nice sky blue mask. He's sitting in the red seats of in the Arsenal stadium. Plenty of options for both men in the dugouts today. Suarez dropped out the side. You've got Ceballos, Gabriel, Smith Rowe, Lacazette, Martinelli, David Luiz on the Arsenal bench, Willian. And for Man City, Aguero, Torres, Foden, Rodrigo, Jesus, Walker. Plenty of options for both managers, but at the moment it's Mikel Arteta the most likely to use those options, you'd feel, with Man City controlling this game. Bernardo Silva passes the ball into the midfield. Stones invited forward. Stabs it back though as he has to just balk his run. And then the ball out to Cancelo on the right hand side. Back to Stones on the halfway line. After the first 10 minutes I'd have been really surprised to have seen another 20 come without another goal in this game, but it has just maybe just lost a little bit of impetus as Arsenal have grown into the game defensively. They were all at sea for the first 10 minutes. Gradually found their bearings a little bit more. John Stones comes forward, tries to just loft the ball out onto the left hand side. It's going to be picked up by Raheem Sterling. He's got El Nene trying to marshal him away. De Bruyne back to Zinchenko, who measures a left footed cross into the Arsenal penalty area, headed clear by the back line. And now Arsenal have a chance, a rare chance, to maybe look northwards towards the Man City goal. Had to check back into the Arsenal half though. El Neni then stabs the ball forward to Xhaka, out onto the left hand side to Tierney, who's shot just a few moments ago the highlight of Arsenal's performance in this first half. Man goes down. Referee John Moss though waves play on, and Arsenal, Man City coming into the penalty area. Gundogan tries a right footed shot. It's blocked by Holding and then cleared away at the second attempt. De Bruyne though picks up the loose ball. Still with Manchester City. Into the penalty area again they come. Robbed away though by Tierney now, who's just kind of got into the game now after missing a few. He's just got the speed of this game now sorted out, Kieran Tierney, and it's been a bit more impressive than he was in the early stages of this game, under massive pressure from Riyad Mahrez, was finding life a bit harder. Arsenal passing the ball around the back line. Saka back to defence, back to Saka, then out onto the left hand side where Tierney's made progress forward. Now Saka continues his run. John Stones is across, trying to shepherd him out. Saka wins the throw in. In fact, he doesn't. He's absolutely livid. He thought that was an Arsenal throw. It's been given to Man City. Gundogan so close a few moments ago to getting that shot away to add to his 11 goal tally this season. Man City have scored at least 3 times in each of their last 3 Premier League matches. They've scored at least twice in 5 of the last 6 trips to North London to play Arsenal. They've not gone behind in a Premier League game since November. Makes managing a team a little bit less pressurised, you'd think, if that was the case. Although Pep always looks a bit stressed. El Nene out onto the right hand side, finds Bellerin. Cross comes in, first time. Head comes up from Aubameyang, but cleared away. Still with Arsenal though, into the penalty area. Saka turns out onto the left hand side. Tierney with the cross towards the back post. Oh, nearly got there. But couldn't quite keep it in play. Play towards the back post and just comes off. The knee of Martin Odegaard, on loan from Real Madrid. Just reading this morning about how the 2 loanees from Real Madrid, in terms of Martin Odegaard and Ceballos, Arsenal want to buy at least one of them. They'd ideally like both, I think, but I don't think Real Madrid are particularly keen on selling both players on full permanent deals. But Arsenal have the ball at the back. 9 minutes to go of scheduled time until the half-time interval. Arsenal have done well to ride the wave, really, of that early goal. They look to be under a lot of pressure early on. And now their forays further forward coming a little bit more regular as they're forward on the left-hand side. Saka just on the edge of the penalty area. Plays the ball infield. Xhaka tries to get the ball into the penalty area. It's retrieved by Arsenal, but then Zinchenko gets a foot in. And now Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side. Still inside the Manchester City half. Back to Zinchenko. John Stones. And then back all the way to Ederson. Yellow boots, yellow gloves. Lime green shirt and shorts. Passes it out onto the right-hand side to Cancelo. Back in field to John Stones. Now out onto the right to Riyad Mahrez. Back in field again to Cancelo. Just trying to get something going here, Manchester City. Just keeping the ball though, controlling it. Zinchenko. Forward to Gundogan. Gundogan gets the ball back, and Zinchenko then continues a run down the left-hand side. Finds its way back to John Stones though. The foundation of everything they do. Stones drops a shoulder there and makes about 20 yards, but and gets the ball back, but he's been penalised for it. In fact, it's Ruben Diaz. That looked a little bit dodgy, that, because he'd done really well to keep control of the ball. Aubameyang gets a foot in, started to leg it away, and Diaz just stuck out a foot. See the replay of this one. Aubameyang gets it back, sticks out a foot, does make contact, I guess, on his calf. I suppose technically speaking that is a free kick, but it's one of those soft ones. Don't think there was too much malice in that. John Mosley blows his whistle, and it'll be a free kick to Arsenal inside their own half. And Moss blows his whistle, gets play underway again. 6 attempts to 2 for Man City, 2 on target to 1 for Man City. Most of the possession to Man City. It looks like they're going to have another trophy-ridden season certainly getting a third title in 4 years looks very much on the cards unless something goes dramatically wrong. Pep's got them playing nice football, but Saka comes forward now towards the City penalty area. Cross comes in from the left hand side from Tierney. Good block at the near post from John Stones. Ball's out of play on the far side. Tierney goes to retrieve it. Arsenal got about 6 minutes left of normal time until the referee will blow his whistle for half time. Don't think there's been too many stoppages in this first half. The cliched now would be a good time to score. John Stones applauds the men in front of him. Stones and Diaz look pretty rock solid at the back for Man City in the central defensive roles. Zinchenko preparing to take a throw-in on this near side. There's Arteta with his implausibly plasticined hair, impeccably dressed, looks rather concerned on the touchline. Zinchenko can't keep the ball in as the return from the throw-in from Gundogan was a little bit fired at him. Arsenal take the throw-in, send it back into a defensive area. El Nene just forced to check back towards the halfway line. Goes now back to Rob Holding, then forward to Saka, who turns and starts running into the Man City half. His ball nearly cut out there, but in the end it's not, and then Tierney gets to the byline. Man City managed to get a foot in there inside the penalty area. Ball was fired in low, too low by Tierney. I think it might have gone behind for a corner kick to Arsenal. You're listening to Off-Tube studio-based commentary, unofficial, of this Premier League match between Arsenal and Manchester City. The visitors leading by a 1-0, thanks to a second-minute Raheem Sterling header from a very good cross from Riyad Mahrez. They've had the better of the play and the chances since then. Arsenal finishing this first half probably slightly the better of the two teams, as the ball's played in from that left-hand side. Headed on by Arsenal, cleared away by, I think, Kevin De Bruyne back there. Second header gets rid. Batu says Zinchenko with the header. Those two look quite similar from a distance. And now it's the blonde hair. Now it's back into defence with Man City. Stones to Diaz. Played forward to Gundogan. Out now onto this left-hand side to Zinchenko. Gundogan then has to check back as Man City do their usual, of making sure they don't give the ball away. When you've got the ball, look after it. And that's what they're doing with John Stones now on the far side. He gets into the Arsenal half. Plays the ball out onto the right-hand side to Cancelo. De Bruyne, right-footed cross, goes across everything, too deep for the arriving Raheem Sterling. He goes behind for a goal kick to the Gunners. It's coming up to 42 minutes in this game. Arsenal scored 31 goals this season, conceded 26 now. And they started today 8 points behind 5th place West Ham, who won today. So that's 11 points, that gap now between the two. So a win today would be rather helpful to Arteta's men, but it's not looking that way with a goal down at the moment. Cross comes in there from the left-hand side. Tierney's done well on that left-hand side, coming forward from defence, but nobody could get hold of that. Back at their halfway line then with Arsenal. Just like one of those sort of sand timers. Started off coming, with lots of energy and interest, and as this first half's gone on, it's just kind of as if it's run out of battery a little bit. 68% possession in the last 5 minutes for Arsenal, though. They've finished the first half stronger as Pepe into the penalty area. Pepe back onto his left foot. He drives it towards the near post, gets it wrong, goes wide. I don't know if there was a deflection there. Good play from Pepe on the right hand side. Plenty of time. And in the end, his shot was just dragged wide of the near post, and Edison let it go. Arsenal definitely finishing the first half better. There's stuff there for Arteta to work with at the break. Arsenal again pick up possession on the halfway line, come forward again. Out onto that left-hand side to Tierney. Saka out to Tierney again. He thinks about a left-footed cross. Passes it back to Xhaka instead. His cross is dealt with comfortably by Manchester City. Bellerin gets back and retrieves the ball. And Rob Holding now. Ball played through. Edison comes out quickly to the edge of the D. Clears it with his big right foot. And it goes all the way through to his opposite number, Bernd Leno, in the Arsenal goal. Less than a minute left of normal time at the Emirates. Pepe's left-footed shot just a few moments ago, the best effort since that Tierney strike. And of my notes, actually, they've started off sort of first 15 minutes, it was all Man City. Then it was a load of possession in the middle of the first half for Man City, but without really doing too much with it. And then in the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes, Arsenal have come back into it. And my notes then say Tierney rasping left-footed effort straight at Edison. And then Arsenal finished the first half strongest with Pepe's left-footed shot dragged wide of the near post. Arsenal coming forward again. Out onto this near side to Pepe. He's just coming into the game a little bit more, Nicolas Pepe. Tries to dink the ball in with his right foot. It's been cleared by the Man City back line, retrieved by Bellerin. Xhaka then tries to get the cross in, cleared away by Man City's defence. And then Gundogan's robbed of the ball, but referee has penalised Xhaka there for a slightly late challenge on Gundogan. 1 minute of added time, and we've nearly had all of that, so by the time Gundogan picks himself up, I think that'll be the whistle for the break. You can join me for the second half as soon as that gets underway. It's been a sort of increasingly disappointing first half, really, after a really strong start from Man City. I was expecting a few more fireworks, but they've settled down. Arsenal have grown into the game. As I say, finished this first half better than their visitors. Edison has the ball, will take this free kick, but with 20 minutes past the 1 minute of time added on, so I expect referee John Moss to reach into his pocket, bring out his whistle and blow it and allow the players to go off for half time. Arteta's got a little bit to work with there, with his team coming back into that first half, but Man City lead at the break. Raheem Sterling's second minute goal separates the two sides at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1. As I say, join me for the second half as soon as that kick.
All right, people, stay tuned. Second half penalty.